Good morning, everyone. We got Jerry Mitchell checking in. He dropped in a $10 super chat. Very much appreciated. Thank you very much for the compliment. We got Kevin Scott. He also dropped in a $5 super chat. He says, I second that. Jerry said it best. I appreciate it, both of you guys. You guys are very, very, very cool and huge supporters of the channel, so I thank you. Jerry says, I finally got my OBS working, but I need your help on how to go live on a video in addition to my extra screens. Okay. We'll see if we can set up a time this weekend, Jerry, and I can give you a call or give you some help sometime. So, okay, let's get started. 3632, we're going to go with the par style grip today. Gotta make sure the throw is low to the table. 5-1. Game 6-3-2. Two, 6, 8. Both dice off axis. Good morning, Larry. Big kahuna. He's crossed on the 4-1-5. Crossed again, midnight. A little tired today. Last night's my first night back to work for the week. And it was a long night. Not very busy, but very long. You have to get tired at night working third. I've been working for 20 plus years on third shift. Last night definitely was fighting it by a 5 Old Bay bushel. Or 5-9. Big thing I'm concentrating on right now is I'll go through the steps here really quick. Getting the dice tight, making sure my fingers are centered properly on the dice, and they have a very light grip, so in others I'm not pushing with that thumb. And I'm trying to keep it low to the table so I can get a forward motion on the throw. 2-4-6. So I want to get that forward momentum on the dice rather than like when I throw the Yuri style grip, I have more of a drop shot, more of an up and down throw. With the par style, I'm trying to get more of a forward throw so the dice roll into the back wall. That's what I've been trying to do the last few times using this grip style. That was a little bit too much energy with 6-4-10. That was a single pitch. So while I'm doing this, I'm actually, I don't know if you guys you can't even see my head. My head is right here. The tip of my head is right here. So I'm actually leaning over the table pretty good. Almost laying my chest on the rail. for the table. Two on three. Yesterday we threw a ton, and I mean a ton of craps numbers, which is not normal for me. We threw, what was it, on shooter 3, we threw like 6 or 7 threes. So I hit the repeater twice on the threes yesterday. I hit it on the aces yesterday as well. Five, two. That one actually looked kind of cool looking down the table. They were tight together. Left off axis. Explosion. It's actually uplifting music, I think today is what we have for a choice. So it should be a variety of different music today. Mostly more slower style music, but yesterday we had jazz and that treated us good. 5-2. Switch over to the 3-2-3-6. And hit 2-5-7 again. Get that out of our system here. Go back again, 3-6-3-2. 3 sevens in a row. Six, 2. Yeah, we'll give it one more throw. Another 2-5. Wow, okay. Interesting choices here. Okay, let's get her started. Welcome to Level Up with CMJ. Hey, my name is Joe. This is my Craps Master Dice Shooting Journey. Let's make it yours too. Today's numbers are, let me start over again. Today is episode number 568 of the Level program and day number 7 of the Blue Collar Craps practice session. If you're new to the program, it's about my daily practice of shooting the dice at the craps table, as well as playing a blue collar craps style play. On the two side of things, we got Jerry Mitchell checking in number 1. He says it's 57 degrees currently in Georgia. We got Kevin Scott checking in, and Jerry dropped in a $10 super chat, and Kevin dropped in a $5 super chat. So very much appreciated for the support for the channel here, both of you. And we also got Larry Big Kahuna checking in. So only 3 people have said hi in the chat. We have 13 people watching, so make sure you do say hi and let us know that you are here. On Crapsee, if you're playing along, we got 11 people ready to go, and just click on that live tab. That'll bring you over to the table that we are using here on the show. We have a starting bankroll today of 25.54, so our win goal is going to be between 10 to 20% here. We are coming in with 38 wins and 24 losses. Yesterday was a good show. We had the first 2 shooters were kind of short, if was a 0.70 and a 0.70 or something like that. But then we had two great rolls at the end, and it worked out really nice. We got Kay Fisher checking in here. Good morning, Kay Fisher. But anyhow, let's get started here. Again, we're going to be at level 4 of the CMJ plan. So we're not going to do any line bets to start off with. We're going to try the 3-finger front par style grip. And we are going to go with a 5-4-2-3 dice set to start off with. We have a Lazy Dog checking in and 30-day Gambler. Good morning to both of you as well. So let's call this all bet set, and we'll go dice out. We got Mad Hatter checking in also. 5-4-2-3. Here we go. And we're going to start off with the 5-4 hard 9, the Big Daddy Mac. So let's mark that point of 9. 5-4-2-3 is the dice set. And we got a 5-4, which should be a single pitch of the dice. And that is 5-4-2-3 is what we'll stick with. And we're going to go 220 on the inside. 250 on a 5 and 9. We got 60 on that 6 and 8. And let's go $30 on the 10. And we'll go $30 on that 4. Remember, we're doing a 2-hit and regress type strategy here. So we got Joel checking in also from 2-way Crapsee. So we got Blackburn checking in. And we got Mad Hatter. So good morning to all. And let's call it all bet set. Dice out. Do a weather report here as soon as we're done with this shooter here. And we got a 5-5 hard 10. Oops, I didn't show you guys that. A 5-5 hard 10, the Old Bay Bushel. So that's going to be hit number 1. 5-4-2-3 and a 5-5 hard 10. So weather here in Manitowoc, Wisconsin is 52 degrees. There is no wind. It's a calm day out. It feels like 52. It's supposed to get up in the mid 60s today, which is pretty good for Wisconsin. Whoops, wrong thing. I pushed the wrong button. There we go. That's what I'm looking for here. Anyhow, let's go. Let's do. So let's go 44 inside pressure. So that way we won $59 on that shot. And we'll just put 44 back up there, and hopefully we can get a second hit here. 5-4-2-3 is the dice set. And come on, Joe, push the right buttons. There we go. Okay, all bets set here. And dice out. Taking a little bit of time getting used to this today. We got Greg checking in, and we got Rick S. Good morning. Dice out. And that's going to be a 3-4 primary, so that's going to be an ouch. Sort of like yesterday. Yesterday we had a short first 2 shooters. So 5-4-2-3, and we got a 3-4 result. So we got Greg checking in. We got Rick checking in. Greg says it's 53 degrees in Madison and sunny. Okay, let's get her going again here. 5-4-2-3. That was a primer in the backside both dice in that last roll. We'll try the all winner set one more time, and we'll call it all bet set. Dice out. And we got the Old Bay Bushel again. 5-5 hard 10, so it's marked a point of 10. Using this dice set, that roll actually was efficient because we got the dice off axis. I don't like the way they looked when they hit the back wall. They both rolled off to the left there. But anyhow, again, we're going to go $220 on the inside. We'll go $30 on the 10, $30 on that 4. Again, we have 5, 4, 2, 3. And all bets set. Face out. Weird. Yeah, we got a 415. Darn it, I forgot to clear the screen again. I'm sorry. 415, the trucking camper. So that's going to be hit number 1 for us. Three. And we're going to go 66 inside pressure. So that's going to bring up the 5 and 9 to 65. We got that 6 and 8 at $78. 5, 4, 2, 3. And we'll call that all bet set. This out. Now we got a 6-5 Minmo Yo. There's cheer coming to us from above. And that's going to be an implosion on that left side. Again, 5, 4, 2, 3. And that was no help for our bets. So we'll call that all bet set. Face out. And we got a 1, 3, 4. That is the Big Joe from Crapsee Master Journey. So that's going to hit number 2. 4, 2, 3, and a 1, 3, 4. So that'll be enough for us to regress with profit. And we have to recover from that first sugar, just like yesterday. So we're going to bring our bets down. We're going to go 96 across. So that was 129 brought back to the rack. 96 is back on the table here. 5, 4, 2, 3. And all bets set. Face out. And we got a 2, 6, 8. The Duracell 8. Below support free live content. Give that thumbs up or deserve. And please subscribe if you haven't done so already. 5, 4, 2, 3. Got 2, 6, 8 result. So let's make that 8 look like $36. 43 degrees in Idaho. And the wind finally died down, says Joel. So that means that you're not full of hot air yet. It's still cold air, Joel. Gotta move to Wisconsin, my friend. Okay, let's call that all bet set. And days out. And we got 3, 6, 9. That is the triple D, the Dice Dr. Dan. And my dice are coming off the back wall with a left spin today. It's happened more times than not. Which I guess with this dice set, again, that's not as big of a deal because it gets it off axis, which is kind of what we're hoping for here. But let's make that 9 look like $35. Again, it's 5, 4, 2, 3. Blackburn says he'll only give a thumbs up if Rick S promises a 20-plus roller the next weekend. I'm assuming you're going to be meeting him somewhere. Good luck for that. All that set. Nice out. Left who did not get all the way down. Another 6-5 mid-mo yo. So if you're not going to give me a thumbs up, Blackburn, then give me 2 thumbs down and 1 thumbs up. So that way you get 1 more negative than a positive. How's that? Remember that. 2 thumbs down and then 1 thumb up. Okay, that was no help for us. 5, 4, 2, 3. And we'll call it all bets set. 25 people playing along on Crapsee. We get 22 people watching. Is out. And we got a 5-4 R9. Big Daddy Mac. So all we need is that midnight for the tall. Yesterday we hit the small. We almost hit it twice, but we hit it once for sure. And we weren't far away from making it tall on that same shooter. That was a nice roll. But that is a 9. So let's make that 9 look like $60. We got 220 brought back to the rack, 159 on the table. Nice, we can keep on hitting that 9. And we'll go about set. They saw. Thank you, Mad Hatter. That was a little bit higher energy, but we got a 5-1 KitchenAid mixer. So that is the 6. And we need to start seeing some repeat hits here now because we're pressing all these numbers up the first time we hit them. So we got quite a few that are pressed up here. We're going to go $36 on that 6. I took everything down. We'd be at $25.30, which is just about $24 shy of where we started. So we're starting to recover from that first shooter. And we'll call that all back set. Dice out. And we had a 6-4-10. That's going to be a winner 10, and that is Waylon's best friend on that end. Sorry, Glenn. I would definitely take that. And the puck does turn off. We'll be looking for a new point. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that 4 and 10 look like a quarter right away. And we'll turn those bets off. So we'll be looking for a new point. We'll leave the bets turned off until we get a new point established. 5, 4, 2, 3. And let's call that all bets set. Face out. And we have an ace deuce Alfredo sauce. That's gonna be a pass line loser. Come out loser. DP winner on the come out. Does not affect me at all. I don't have anything on the line. And we threw, like I said yesterday, on shooter number 3, we threw like 7 threes on that shooter. Yesterday was not a normal day with all the craps numbers that came out. So if you're playing the field yesterday, or craps checks, or world bets, or any of that type of stuff yesterday, you probably made a shit ton of money. Let's call this all bet set. Still looking for a point. Shooter number 2. And we got a 4, 6, 10. We are back on the 10 with Waylon's best friend on that end, Daddy Joe. So 10 is a hot number to start off with for the day here. 3 times, 4 times all the first 15 throws. Followed by the 9. That's our 2 hot numbers today. Bet forward 2, 3. All of our bets will turn back on. And we'll call it all bets set. 32 people playing along here. 24 people watching. Days out. And we have a 1, 4, 5 truck and camper. Forward 2, 3 and a 1, 4, 5 result. So we're down to the bookends here. You can get a bookend that'll give you part of the ATS here. And that 5, we're going to make it look like $35. I took everything now, we'll be at $25.78. It's $24 over where we started. So if I was smart, I'd take everything down. We'd be fully recovered from that first shooter, but we're going to keep on pressing forward, see if we can get some of this money back here. We'll go all bets set. Place out. Okay. Yeah, we got a 516, another KitchenAid mixer. So that'll be a nice hit for us. Okay. Forward 2, 3 and a 516. So we're only going to increase that 1 unit. We'll make it look like $42. Bring the rest of it back to the rack. And we'll call that all bet set. Dice out. And that's good. 5, 2, 7 out. I was thinking about regressing my bets again before I threw that. So probably a bad thought to have, but it's gonna be a 7 out. Primary on top, both dice. That brought us back down to $23.97. So we're still about $160 roughly shy of where we started. Or if I would have pulled everything down, I would have been above our starting point with a small profit, but not a bad roll at that time. 15 rolls long. Did a little bit of recovery. 36 people playing along, 23 people watching. And let's go all bet set. Shooter number 3. I saw the server. And we have a 2, 6, 8, the Duracell 8. So let's mark that point of 8. Back forward 2, 3 and 2, 6, 8 results. So I'm going to ladder up here a little bit. I'm going to go 480 across to start off with and see what we can do with this. Hopefully we'll get some nice hits out of it. And that way we can regress nicely then also. So we're going to go 480 across. 5, 4, 2, 3 is our dice set. And maybe we'll do a Dallas drawdown here or something. So we'll call that all bet set. Dice set. A little wild thrill. Well, we got a 2, 1, 3, ace deuce. No help for me. 5, 4, 2, 3, and 2, 1, 3. Craps. Best wishes goes out to Alfredo. I had heard his mom and some health concerns, so prayers and thoughts goes out to him and his family. And all bet set. Dice out. And we have a 2, 3, 5, the Justice Gen 5. This will be hit number 1 for us. 5, 4, 2, 3, and we got 2, 3, 5 result. Single pitch of the dice. So let's do 160 regression here. So we're back to 320 across now. Again, 5, 4, 2, 3. And all bet set. Face out. All dice crossed. A 1-5 KitchenAid mixer. They landed and crossed, so they crossed a little bit faster than normal. But that is the KitchenAid mixer. 5, 4, 2, 3, 1, 5, 6 result. Let's bring $75 brought back to the rack. Let's do this. Let's bring our bet down. We'll go 96 across, and we'll start pressuring from here. We lost everything. We've at 24.76, which is $80, $78 shy of our start. If I took everything down, we bet 25.72, which is $27 in profit. So maybe what we might do is do a couple clicks here. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. But we'll call it all bet set. Dice out. 5, 4, 2, 3. Wow. That left eye rolled way back. But we have a 5-5 hard 10, the old bay bushel. That was a terrible, that left eye caught the back wall there. Anyhow, 5, 4, 2, 3, and we get a 5-5 hard 10. So that's be $27 brought back on that roll. Let's go to $25 on the 10. Let's go $25 on that 4. Do a sister press this time. Bring a little bit back to the rack, not much. 5, 4, 2, 3. And all bet set. Dice out. So Jeff and G have a show tonight. I was not aware of that. Shows you how much of the loop I am. Oh, there we go. We have another 5-5 hard 10. It could be the Old Bay Bushel again. And that's going to be the parlay of the day with SJ. 5-4, 2-3, and a 5-5 hard 10. 10 is definitely hot today. So let's make that 10 look like 50. Bring the rest of that back to the rack. 5-4, 2-3. And all that's out. Dice out. Almost another hard 10. I got a 6-5 mid-mo yo. We were 1/4 turn away from a triple parlay. 5-4, 2-3, and a 6-5 yo. No help for me. Stick with the 5-4, 2-3. That has been vastly becoming one of my strong dice sets. It used to be 3-6-3-2 was my big dice set, but we've switched over to this all winner set. And it's been treating us well. 5-4, 2-3, 8 dice out. And we got a 5-4 hard 9. Big Daddy Mac. So let's just repress that one as well. Make that look like a quarter. The 9, and we'll make the 5 look like a quarter. Good morning, Nemo. 5-4, 2-3. And all but set. Face out. Good. And we have a 2-2 hard for the hard fuzzy 4. 2-2, let's go on to Cruise. Brian from Holy Roller. 4, 2-3, and a 2-2 hard 4 result. And we'll make that 4 look like $50 as well. Again, 5-4, 2-3. And all that's out. That's out. The left one released a little bit early, but we have another 4. We have a 3-1-4 this time. The Big Joe, Crapsee Master Journey. And that'll be a nice hit for us. Yep, back down to the bookends again. You are right there, Greg. So let's make that 4 look like, bring everything over 28-18. So I'm going to actually regress my bets here because that puts us over goal. If I took everything off the table, we'd be over goal right now. But I'm going to go back up again. We'll just do, since 9 and 10 are high, let's go $15 in each and see if we can start spreading out from there. So that way, if I lost everything, it'd be at 27.87, which is only a few dollars shy of goal there. And that's our 10% goal. So all that's set and dice out. I know that's probably not a popular thing to do, but it's the smart thing to do. We did recover fully from that first shooter, and we made a profit, so that's a good thing. Dice out. And we got a 1-5 KitchenAid mixer. 4, 2, 3, and a 1, 5, 6. A 5, 4, 2, 3. That was no help for me, by the way. And let's call it all that set. Base out. And another 6. We have a 2, 4, 6 to Kevin the Carpenter, 2x4 this time. Oops. There we go. 5, 4, 2, 3, and a 2, 4, 6 result. So our numbers switch from that 9 and 10 over to 6. Interesting. Again, no help for me. And about 20% walk away is what Matt Hatter's saying is what I should do. My fear is, though, I had quite a bit of money on there, and if I would have lost that, that would have dropped me below my starting bankroll again, whereas now I'm not far from that. The first win goal, the 10% win goal. I'll bet another shooter, though, assuming that we have time for another shooter. So, let's take that. 4, 6, 10. Waylon's best friend on that end. Daddy Joe. So that will be a payout for me. So we will be able to pick up that 6 now. 5, 4, 2, 3. And we have 4, 6, 10. So that's going to be $27 brought back to the rack on that one. And we're going to go 18 of that back up on that 6. Now we got 3 numbers covered. 5, 4, 2, 3. So just trying to cover the numbers here that I'm hitting. And we got Jeff and ND checking in. Good morning. It's okay to hit the point. Yeah, it would be okay to hit the point. Let's go all that set and dice out. And we have the point, hard 8, square pair. So we're hitting a lot of hard ways today. So 5, 4, 2, 3, and we have 4 for hard 8, square pair. Point made, pot turns off. And our bets will turn off as well. Asking you shall receive there, Jeff. Get in that loop, Joe, and be somebody. Yeah. So, yeah, 5, 4, 2, 3. Looking for a new point. And we'll go all bets set here. Dice out. And we are on the 9, 5, 4, hard 9, Big Daddy Mac. So marking the point of 9. Our 3 bets turned back on again. We have a bet on 6, on the 9, and on that 10. Go all bet set. Dice out. And that's going to be a 5-6 Yo Chef. One away from the tall. And that's on the 3. So again, 5, 4, 2, 3. So the show for Jeff and G tonight, is that the new dice toss, or is it the So You Think Milk Craps? I think it's the dice toss tonight. All that set and dice out. Another 6-5 mid-mo-yo. Not the last one before. Yeah, this is gonna be a repeater one, I think, on this throw here. So that should be a repeater win on the yo. Yes, it is. 5, 4, 2, 3, and that was in hell for me. And we'll call that all bet set. Dice out. And we have a 1-4-5 truck and camper. 5, 4, 2, 3, and a 1-4-5. Again, 5, 4, 2, 3. And all but set. Dice out. And there we go. We got the double degen, the hard 6. So finally we get another one that pays out there. 5, 4, 2, 3, and we got 3, 3 hard 6 result. So I'm gonna pick up that 8 for $18. Bring the rest of that back to rack the whole $3. We get that Mystic Monkey 09. Hello, hello. You are new to the chat, so welcome, welcome, welcome. And we'll go all bet set. Base out. And that's going to be the end of this roll with a 1, 6, 7. Ouch. So that's right. That was another nice roll. 5, 4, 2, 3, and we got a 1, 6, 7 result. So we got time for another shooter here. We got Romper Room Poker here also. First time. Welcome, welcome. So we got the Mystic Monkey 09. We got Romper Room Poker here. So welcome to both of you guys. Or gals, whatever you are. I'm assuming guys. Okay, we'll go shooter number 4 here. And we're going to go 5, 4, 2, 3. And I will do my bets again here so we can work towards that 20% win goal here today. Let's call it all bets set. 34 people playing along. We've got 25 people watching. 15 thumbs up. And dice out. little bit of a roll off on that left eye. We got a 5-6 yoke chef. The pass line winner, come out natural loser for the DP. Again, we're going to go 5-4-2-3. Looking for a point here. 20,000 on that roll. That's awesome, Jerry. And we'll call it all bet set. Face out. And we have the 2-3-5, the Justice Gen 5. So let's mark the point of 5. Right forward 2-3 with a 2-3-5 result. Okay, again, let's go 320 across. 15 and 4, 5, 9, 10. We got 60 and that's 6 and 8. And we're gonna go 5-4-2-3. Actually, we're gonna go $30 on that 4 and $30 on that 10. So let's go down. There you go. That'll be more realistic for me right now. So it's 280 on the table. And we'll call it all bet set. This out. Yeah, we got a 1-5 KitchenAid mixer. Not a pretty throw, but I will take the result. I go over 2-3, and we got a 1-5-6 result. Okay, we're gonna do a drawdown on this one. Let's go 160 down, and we'll 15 back up on that 4. And 15 on that 10. So now we got 140 on the table. That was $70 brought back to the rack. And we'll go all bet set. That's out. And now we got a 5-3 grape ape. So that'll be hit number 2. And that'll be enough for us to regress to 96 across. 5-4-2-3. 5-3-8 result. So let's bring our bets down. We're going 96 across, 15 on a 4, 5, 9, and 10, 18 on that 6 and 8. So those of you new to the chat here or new to the channel, if you have any questions, make sure you ask away. Definitely this channel is about entertainment, but it's also about education as well. Learn about the dice toss, learn about different betting styles, all that type of stuff. And how to play responsibly at the craps table. If I pull everything down, we'd be at 29.03. So we're halfway between that 10 and 20% win go there. And we'll go all bet set. That's out. And we have another 8. We have a 2-6-8, the Duracell 8. And that'll be a nice hit for us, or our first hit after regressing, I should say. 4-2-3. We retype that in. Fingers. 2-6-8. There we go. Let's drop in $3. We'll make that 6 and 8 both look like 30. Again, 5, 4, 2, 3. And we'll go all bet set. Thanks out. A bit long on that landing zone there, but we have a 6-5 mid-mo yo. It's been a strong number as well today. That's the 7th yo that we've thrown today. 5, 4, 2, 3, and we got a 6-5 yo. That'll be no help for me. Five, 4, 2, 3. And all bet set. Place out. And we got the 1, 3, 4 Big Joe Craps Master Journey. So that'll be another hit for us. 5, 4, 2, 3, and a 1, 3, 4. 4's been another strong number. Maybe have four times today. That second sure we hit it quite a few times. But anyhow, let's make that 4 look like $25. We'll make the 10 look like $25. Sister press that one as well. 5, 4, 2, 3. Good morning, Clay. Hello, hello. Long time no see, my friend. And we'll go all bet set here and face out. Right. And we have 5, 4, R9, the Big Daddy Mac. Over 2, 3, and a 5, 4, 9 result. Single pitch. And this will be our last sister press here. We'll make that 9 look like 25. We'll make the 5 look like 25. So now we are 160 across. 174 brought back to the rack. So now we need to start collecting a little bit here. Although we're at 2972, we took everything down. Our 20% win goal brings us at 3,065. So we're about $140 away from that 20% goal. And all that's out. Nice out. And another yo chef, 5, 6 yo. 5, 4, 2, 3, and a 5, 6 yo. Anybody else made goal? Put in the chat that you made goal. Let us all know. 5, 4, 2, 3. And all bet set. That was a roll extender for us. And we got a 2, 4, 6, a Kevin the Carpenter 2x4. So finally we get a repeat hit here. 5, 4, 2, 3, and a 2, 4, 6 result. Stomach is growing. So let's make that 6 look like $42. And we'll bet set here with a 5, 4, 2, 3. Greg made goal. That's awesome. Green every shooter equals goal. Yeah, right. It would be nice if it was like that all the time, but all bets set here and they out. And we got a 527. So anyhow, that is an ouch. We got time for another shooter. This will be our last shooter coming up here. So 5423 and a 527. That was a little bit hard. I threw it a little bit too flat, a little bit hard that last throw. So yeah, we have got a 12.3 SOR, 12.3 SRR so far. So no come out sevens, knock on table wood. Our bankrolls at 28.35, which is a little bit above goal there, above the first one. And Bruce's dang, Nemos's dang Bruce. Well, that's your number. You called it. So by 423. And let's do this once. I'm going to, we'll stay consistent here. No line bets here. We'll call it all bet set. Nice out. Yeah, what is that? It's a leaner. Yes. OMC craps. All the dots, all the spots. It's gonna be our first midnight for the day. It should come down on a 6 here. Yep. Okay. So 6-6-12, pass line loser. Push on the DC, or DP. That's our first midnight for the day. So if you're pulling that ATS, you have a possibility of hitting the tall on the shooter. And that's no help for me because I didn't have anything on that bet. And we'll call it all bet set. Nice out. Wow. You can't call that ever again. Another OMC craps, all the dots, all the spots. Repeater win on that midnight. We're only 2 rolls in. So are we going to play crapless again here today or what? Interesting. So K Fisher says 14% slightly below goal, but enough to walk to the cage. I would not be walking, my friend. I would be running. 4-2-3, looking for a point here. And all bet set. That's out. Yeah, we got a 4-5, hard 9, Big Daddy Mac. So let's mark that point of 9. 4-2-3, and we got a 4-5-9. Yeah, we're gonna go 280 across. That's gonna look like 220 on the inside, 30 on the 10. 30 on the 4. Do another draw down here. 5-4-2-3. You walk because you don't want your chips to fall out of your pocket. Color up, my friend. Color up. They'll let you go with a couple chips then. Let's go all bet set. Face out. And we got a 4-2. Holy cannoli, the 4-2-6. So we hit number 1 here. 4-2-3. And a 4-2-6 results. I think I'm going to play this one smart here. So that's a $7 hit. I think we're going to pull our bets down right away since we're at goal already. We're going to go 66 inside, and we're going to try to press up from here. I think that makes so much more sense here. So Romper Room Poker says, Nemo, thanks. He goes, so much to learn. the game of craps could be so hard, so complicated, or it could be so easy. It all depends on how you make it. There's so many different options that you can do. But anyhow, we pulled our bets out. We're 66 across, and we'll go all bet set here. Dice all looking for inside numbers now. And we got a 5-4 hard 9, a winner 9. Neither dice hit the back wall, but it was close. 4, 2, 3. 5, 4, 9 results. So I'm going to drop in $1, and we're going to go 22 inside pressure. We'll keep those bets turned off. Nemo's a fish like everyone else. Call yourself a fish, Nemo, not us. Fish for chips. But anyhow, looking for a new point here. We're on shooter number 5 for the day. All bets set. Nice out. And we got a 415 trucking camper. So let's mark that point up 5. And then our bets will turn back on. Fish for chips? I don't fish for chips. I hunt for chips. How's that? I'm actually a fisherman as well. I like bass fishing and walleye fishing. Those are my 2 things I like doing. So bets are back on. We are at 88 inside with our bets. We'll call it all bets set. Nice out. And we have a 2-2 hard for the hard fuzzy 4-2-2. It's going to Cruise Brian from Holy Roller. And that's going to be no help for me. I'm not on that 4 right now. I've caught one muskie K-fisher, and it was truly by accident. Most of the areas that I go around here don't have muskie, but muskie and northern pike are relatively the same thing. Just that muskies are a little bit bigger, and the way to tell the difference is if you look at the stripes on the side of the muskie, the stripes go up and down, whereas a northern pike, they'll go sideways or lengthwise. That's how I know I got the muskies, because they were up and down stripes. So I don't know if anybody here knew that. But muskie is a big sport up here. I just don't go. It's too expensive for me. They say muskie is a fish of 10,000 casts. And we have a 639. That is the easy 9, the Franks. So that should be, what is that, $28 on that one? Yes, 28 on that one. So let's do another 22 inside pressure. So now we're at 110 inside pressure. At 110 inside, I should say, not inside pressure. But if we take everything, it'll be at 29.54. So Greg caught a muskie by accident, reeling in a small walleye. I had that happen not with a muskie. I was up in the UP in Upper Peninsula, Michigan, probably about 10 years ago, Greg. And we were jigging for walleyes, and we were catching them. They're probably roughly 14, 15, 16-inch walleyes. I got one in probably about 20, 25 feet down, and I started reeling in. And the guy I was with, he goes, "Is it a good one?" I'm like, it seems about what we're catching. Also, wham! I'm like, holy shit, maybe it's a little bigger than I thought. what happened was when I was reeling in the walleye, about halfway up, northern pike, which was close to 40 inches long, believe it or not, bit the walleye in the center of the walleye and hung onto it. So I only had the walleye hooked, not the muskie, or not the northern pike, and I got them both in the boat in the net. It was kind of a unique situation. One of those things where if you didn't see it, you would never believe it. Then, 5, 4, 2, 3, all bets set. So that's my fish tail for the day. And we got a 325, the Justice Gen 5. That is perfect. You want to hear tall tales? True double play, yeah, that it was. You want to hear tall tale? Look up Justin Stagner on YouTube. That's Waylon's son. He's a comedian, and he does a couple different interviews with Waylon's dad. His name is Joe. So if you look up Justin Stagner on YouTube and look for the interviews with Joe Stagner, his grandpa, and he tells a story on one of his episodes about how he shot at a deer. And Waylon helped him track it down. And I really can't give away too much about the story, but it is the most hilarious story around. But basically, the gist of the story, and I'm not going to give it all away, is that he said he shot a buck, and they found a buck, and he told Waylon that was not the one he shot. And that's all I can really talk about that. I entered an 8. Where did I enter an 8? We had a 628, and then we had a 325 there. Jerry, I think everything should be. Oh, I did enter 8. It should have been a 9. I'm sorry. But we got an 8 entered on KPI. Nothing I can do about that. Anyhow, I got you. So let's go. That was. I have it as and the 5's a winner 5, so puck is turned off here. Let's go all bets set. Looking for new points. Get a little sidetracked with our continued fishing stories here. I apologize. Let's go less chin and more spin, and we got a 5-5 hard 10, the Old Bay bushel. That was a little bit of a roll back off the table there. So let's mark that point of 10. And we hit the 5 there. That was $35 one. So let's put $15 on the 10. We'll put 15 on the 4. Now we're all the way across here. And I'm still working towards that 20% win goal. 5, 4, 2, 3. And all bets set. I saw 34 people playing along. Here we get 27 people still watching. 20 thumbs up. I appreciate the support from everyone. Days out. And we got a 4-2. Holy cannoli, the 4-2-6. 5, 4, 2, 3, and a 4-2-6 result. Yes. 6 look like $42. I'm talking regardless. Thanks a lot, Nemo. 5, 4, 2, 3. And all that sucks. They sucked. And another 4-2-6. Holy cannoli. That is a nice hit for us, and that might bring us to our 20% win goal. Let me check in just a second here. $3,073. So that puts us over 20% win goal. So I'm going to take my bets down. I'm going to keep on rolling for you guys though. So I made 20% win goal today. So that is awesome. Thank you for the super chat there, Ada. That is very, very, very nice deal. $9.99. Awesome. And let's go. All bets set right away. All my bets are turned off. We made goal 20%. They saw it. Yeah, we have a 2-4-6 this time. Kevin the Carpenter 2x4, so that's our third 6 in a row. That's scary. 6-6-6. Not sure if John has a show today. Some Baileys in your coffee, Nemo. Not sure if John has a show today because he hasn't checked in to say hi yet. Well, hopefully he does. And if he does, it will start in about 7 minutes. Yeah, we'll call that all bets set. And they saw it. Yeah, the left one stopped on us. We have an ace deuce Alfredo sauce. Five, 4, 2, 3, and a 1, 2, 3 craps. I know, where's the yo now, right? We threw how many of them? 5, 4, 2, 3. We need the yo and the 2. So we're down to bookends almost again. Which happened how many times today already? But 3 or 4 times already. We only need one number on each side to hit either the tall or the small. Dice out. And we got a 5-4, hard 9, the big daddy Mac. There you go. In 5, 4, 2, 3. I would take any one of these rolls except for that first shooter for the competition. So if anybody wants to mark it down, just kidding. Haven't made goal. That's awesome. That is totally cool. Yeah, we got all bets set. They saw it. And that's going to be the end of the roll with a 3, 4, 7. So we had 4 good rolls today. A 4, 2, 3, and a 3, 4, 7. So that's going to be a primary backside, I believe. Yep, backside on both. So anyhow, let's look at our statistics here for the day. We had 5 shooters. We had a 3, 15, 20, 11, and 16. SOR today is a 13.0. SRR is 13.0, so there's no come out 7s. Our strong numbers today were that 6, the 9, the 10, and the 11. So 4 numbers today. Back numbers are a little bit higher than expected. Inside numbers are expected. 4s and 10s were high today. Come out 7s are non-existent. Horns are high. Fields are high. And hardways are high. So almost all of our indicators were high today except for the come out 7s. And okay. Looking at our level up dice roll results. This is through the end of yesterday. 3,193 throws. And that brings us an SOR of 9.4, SRR of 6.45, and a BSR at 6.36. But anyhow, guys, thanks for joining in today, and gals. Greg says thanks for the support. Joe, you are very much appreciated. I appreciate the thumbs up there. But anyhow, guys, thanks for joining in here today. I will be back tomorrow. My name is Joe. This is my Craps Master Dice Shooting Journey. Let's make it yours too. Have a great day, everyone. Be safe and be prosperous.